आयच्या ह्या प्रेस ब्रिफिंगान तुमकां सगळ्यांक वेलकम करता. आज आमी द मेन टॉपिक्स बींग टुरिजम एंड IT and the discussions held with our honorable Home Minister Shri Amit Shah ji and Tourism Minister Shri Gajendra Singh Shekhawat ji. पहिले म्हणल्यार जेन्ना आमी honorable Union Minister Amit Shah जीक मेळ्ळे, there are certain things which are create tourism opportunities which we need to look at and see how best Goa can gain. Over the last few years, the tourism numbers have definitely been gaining in terms of domestic tourism and international travel. So from 2022, with the new initiatives taken, whether it was Goa Beyond Beaches or as we promote the sun, sand and sea destination being Goa, the most preferred destination, we decided to also start a new story of Goa Beyond Beaches. Wellness जाओ, adventure जाओ, culinary जाओ, hinterland जाओ, ecotourism जाओ, trails जाओ, monsoon जाओ. We made it a year-long destination talking about the history, legacy and traditions of Goa, showcasing at different levels and attracting new tourists. Connected to the new tourist sectors, and we realized that potential asa, how the best we can look at ensuring that this particular potential can be taken to the level where Goa can take it. We have two airports, one in Mopa and one in Daboli, north and south. आमचे रोडवेज जावं, हायवेज जावं, वॉटरवेज जावं, सगळ्या वाटेंतल्यान टुरिजम आमकां वाडोवंक मेळटा, इन्क्लुडींग रेल्वेज. आनी तातूंतल्यान बरें टुरिजम येता आसतना हाव बेस्ट वी कॅन युटिलायज इज वॉट वी थॉट ऑफ, एंड दॅट इज वाय वी सबमिटेड आवर पॉयंट्स टू आवर ऑनरेबल युनियन मिनिस्टर फॉर होम in terms of how tourism can be facilitated better. One of the important programs which is there throughout the 31 airports in the country is the fast track immigration, that is a trusted travelers program, FTI TTP. या प्रोग्रामांतल्यान इम्पॉर्टंट आसा की जवळ जवळ these 13 airports where there are already e-gates are live today are already available. आणि 13 airports वयल्यान another 21 airports are already announced at the launch. Goa is somewhere where we can definitely look at launching this program. एक म्हणल्यार आमच्या ऑनरेबल युनियन मिनिस्टर फॉर होम, we explained to him how this particular facility can help as far as Goa is concerned. पहिले म्हणल्यार FTI TTP program is something which is free of cost, where a registered traveler scans his boarding pass and passport at an automated e-gate. He is verified biometrically and is cleared within 30 seconds. So no queue, no manual counter, and the e-gates work at both departure and arrival. या हातूंतल्यान tourism facilitation जाल्ल्याक there are a lot of advantages that Goa can get. One is for the tourist, where he is traveling. So when an Indian, especially an Indian flying home from the Gulf, Europe or UK or any other country, can pick up their gateway as Goa. And if they pick up the gateway as Goa, because immigration is going to be quite quicker and easier as compared to any metro, it is there that Goa becomes the place for them to land and the very sensible place for them to fly out from. And if they are landing here, it can be an add-on holiday. This add-on holiday will where tourism will gain. Even if they stay for one night, there will be a hotel stay, there will be a restaurant which they will utilize, taxis on hire. So additional economy, there is a chance of us getting these particular facilities. Secondly, where the foreigners are concerned, where in the phase 2 of this particular FTI TTP program, foreign travelers also will be covered. And here, this is the center's own design, not a hope that we are carrying on. And when this gets covered, for the similar system gets covered to foreign nationals, I think Goa having already the e-gates on the ground and our foreign tourists get the same 30-second clearance from day one, getting in early matters is exactly for this reason. आणि हातूंतल्यान हो ट्रॅव्हल त्यांना विचार तांचे कडेन मांडलो. ही वॉज quite quick to understand how Goa can benefit, especially for the Goan diaspora, who have been a lot of people who have been traveling abroad and also coming back, who have been staying, whether they're seafarers, hospitality and cruise professionals, now students, now families, now people who are going to visit relatives or on a holiday. They today queue at the immigration twice, while going and while returning. With e-gates at these two airports, the Goan will leave and come back in seconds at the airports at no extra cost. And here Goan diaspora, whether they are OCI holders and others, everyone will benefit. So Indian traveler and Goans both having benefits. When he understood is, he has quickly approved the FTI TTP program for the state of Goa. This will definitely benefit Goans and tourism at large for the country. And as we set these particular e-gates in the state, adding to the other airports, how they have been at the facilities, this will help us add the tourism numbers, at the same time make a lot of ease for the tourists who have been traveling through these airports. I take this opportunity to thank the Honorable Union Minister for immediately sanctioning this particular FTI TTP program for the state of Goa at the airports. Other issues which have been there, which have been discussed with him, were on the visa on arrival. Visa on arrival is something which has been there in various six states, whether it is Chennai, whether it is Kolkata, Mumbai, Delhi, Bangalore, Hyderabad. And Goa definitely can benefit of visa on arrival. If we are looking at the overall country travel, 2.23% of India's foreign tourism visits, tourist visits happens in Goa. And ते समज आमचे जमत झाले जाल्यार we'll be able to multiply as far as the foreign arrivals are concerned with the facility of e-visa. Thirdly, we are talking about the Bureau of Immigration Arrivals data with different states. When a tourist travels into the country, we used to earlier get the immigration bureau records or the data that would allow us to analyze which tourists are traveling from which countries, so that when we have our marketing opportunities, as we are today going through our data available within our source, it is important that we have a data which can allow us to plan further in terms of the tourism opportunity that we can create, not only for the state for the country. So periodic anonymized port of entry and nationality feed from the Bureau of Immigration to the State Tourism Department becomes very important. Fourth, another opportunity for the state of Goa is the remote worker, the digital nomad visa in Goa for the country, which will definitely benefit Goa. Last 4 years with Goa Beyond Beaches and Goa as a creative capital on IT Bay, we have been talking about, becomes the right place where nature at its best can allow a lot of people in the creative space to work. Work from home, we made it work from Goa. Work from Goa became hashtag Workation Goa. And hashtag Workation Goa has allowed a lot of people from the digital space or from the people who are in content and other creative mode to come into Goa and work out of Goa. हातून आमकां लोकल इकॉनॉमिक हेल्प जालाच, बट टॅलंट बिल्डिंगाकूय हेल्प जाला. डोमेस्टीक आमचे येतात. आता बेसिकली डिजिटल नोमॅड विजा कित्याक जाय? कित्याक इंटरनॅशनल ट्रॅव्हलर हू कम्स इनटू दिस विथ अ वर्क परमिट कॅन वर्क फॉर 6 months and he is normally working for one singular company. We are talking about a digital nomad visa which will allow a freelancer who has been working for various companies, which is the trend post-COVID, and we need this type of travelers coming into the country. 2022 जी विचारधारा मांडली त्यांना जवळजवळ 12 or 13 countries were there in this space. Today, in the last 4 years, we have seen the countries pile on as far as digital nomad visa, the digital nomad opportunity is concerned, or that fraternity is concerned, and going up to 66 nations. So as a country, we have a lot to benefit. A high net worth individual who is a digital nomad wants to work out of his particular country, then what better than India? Incredible India, 28 states, 8 union territories, and given the opportunity to come into the country will allow them to come into the state of Goa also. आणि 3 महिने गोंया रावलो, 4 महिने गोंया रावलो, आणि खंयच्या तरी स्टेटीन 3-4 महिने रावलो, आणि एक वर्साचो आमकां समज डिजिटल नोमॅड विजा मेळटा, दॅट वील अलाव टू बूस्ट टुरिजम. हातून आनी एक जाता की एक वाटेन आमकां हें पळयलें, आमची tourism पळयलें, there are number of nights of stay of a foreign traveler also will be more as we are having the challenges of the international sectors during this war situation. हे विचार जेन्ना मांडल्या, he has definitely said that whether it's visa on arrival, the digital nomad visa and the Bureau of Immigration Arrival data ते आपण examine करता म्हणून, पण immediately he has approved the activation of FTI TTP e-gates at the airports, which is a very welcoming step for the tourism in Goa, and I heartily thank him for the same. आमचे युनियन मिनिस्टर गजेंद्र सिंग शेखावताक, who has been quite supportive in terms of the tourism as far as Goa is concerned. Last few years, the center has been very supportive in terms of providing infrastructure support and also in terms of helping the state in the concerns and issues that we have raised. या मिटिंगेन आमी one, the trend of tourism which has been changing, the effects of the Iran-US war which has been affecting foreign travel, and how we can utilize this and make it an opportunity is what we were talking. Airlines, समज आमी connectivity has been the one of the biggest challenge. Connectivity म्हणटकर it is something that we need to connect. If the countries are available and they are not able to connect through connectivity, we will have a challenge. Charter business definitely has been quite challenging for a lot of countries. एक म्हणल्यार रायझींग फ्युअल कॉस्ट, सेकंड इज द नंबर ऑफ फ्लायट्स दॅट हॅव बीन अवेलेबल, थर्ड इज द war crisis which has been this charter business leading to charter business going little down. Then when we focused on the FIT business, which was quite good, we realized that the bilaterals has been one challenge, and second in terms of direct flights to Goa, metro कडे योग connect जाता in these countries. Other than the legacy markets of Russia and UK, when we are connecting to the neo markets, we either need charters or we need scheduled flights. हे समज तयार करतले जाल्यार डायरेक्ट येवपाक बायलेटरल्साचो कन्सर्न आशिल्लो, आनी वेन द बायलेटरल इज अ कन्सर्न, द अदर सायड ऑफ इट इज वेन वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट सीट एंटायटलमेंट, एडिशनल सीट एंटायटलमेंट, वायडर बॉडीड एअरक्राफ्ट, these also issues are required for tourism to boost from the countries which travel into the country or can connect to Goa. Now, connectivity is something which we will have to look at international. Secondly, from domestic perspective, where we are talking about the tier 2 and tier 3 cities also connecting, the number of flights as far as the country is going is definitely challenging. We all know that the number of flights are less. But Goem being a destination should be there on the priorities of this particular airlines. And last few months, we have seen, whether it's Indigo or Air India, after the war situation, number of flights going down, lot of flights to tier 2 cities or even the metros have been reshaped, flights कमी केल्ले आसा, आनी ताज्या खातीर डॉमेस्टीक टुरिजम जरी टुरिस्ट येवंक सोदतात, we need to ensure that these particular concerns are addressed. So ह्यो गजाल्यो आमच्या ऑनरेबल युनियन मिनिस्टर कडेन मांडून we put it ahead. The MOU with Air India and the MOU with Indigo by the department, by the Union Ministry of Tourism is very welcoming, and we are quite ambitiously looking at positives as far as tourism is concerned. Dusre is infrastructure support. The center and the tourism department under the Honorable Prime Minister's vision of Dekho Apna Desh has been quite has been supportive to ensure that they give us the required infrastructure support. Whether the Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj Digital Museum at Ponda, whether it is the town square at Porvorim, whether the coastal circuits under Swadesh Darshan at Kolwa or in the south, or the rural tourism circuit from Porvorim to Harwale via Pompurba under Swadesh Darshan, I think have been quite good for the state to create employment opportunities and also self-employment opportunities. ह्यो सगळे तयार करता आसतना additional ambitious projects for the state of Goa which are required were also put across, which we can benefit, Goa can benefit in the long run. Concerts have been coming up throughout the country, and we have realized that India is a serious player in this particular zone. आणि हांगा प्लग एंड प्ले फॅसिलिटी करतले, कॉन्सर्ट इकॉनॉमी तयार करतले जाल्यार वी नीड टू सी हाऊ बेस्ट द सेंटर कॅन सपोर्ट अस इन टर्म्स ऑफ infrastructure. So various other schemes and support in terms of infrastructure were discussed with Honorable Union Minister. He has been quite welcoming in these particular issues, and how best we can help is what he has also spoken. आता इतल्या बेगीन how we can utilize Mormugaon also as a cruise terminal was one more things. आणि आम्ही जे पॉलिसीज आतापर्यंत रूट केल्या त्या पॉलिसीच्या अंतर्गतात गोंयांत जे इनिशिएटिव्ह आमी घेतले, एअरलायन इन्सेंटिव्ह जावं, होमस्टे पॉलिसी जावं, तातूंतल्यान फुडें आमकां वता आसतना हाव गोवा कॅन बी बेनिफिटेड हे विचार तांकां मांडल्या, आणि ही हॅज एश्युअर्ड फूल सपोर्ट फॉर द स्टेट ऑफ गोवा टू एन्श्योर दॅट वी रिमेन अ प्रिफर्ड टुरिझम डेस्टिनेशन अँड ऑल्सो हॅव अवर thought process going in the right direction that we have visioned or envisaged. तांकां हांव थँक्यू म्हणटा and look forward to his visit to Goa at the earliest so that issues related to Goa can be sorted out. I wouldn't say issues, I would rather say opportunities, and that would allow tourism to boom further in the expectation that we have kept. Thank you.
JBC बलून क्राफ्टाची खाशेली कूपन ऑफर. स्क्रॅच करात आणि जिकात भांगर ते कार. एक्साइटिंग गिफ्ट्स जस्ट वन स्क्रॅच अवे. ऑफर कूपन काय वेंचीक स्टेशनरी स्टोरार उपलब्ध आसतले.
The voice for Goem.